Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Tylearn, and today we're going to be continuing What If Orochimaru Adopted Naruto with part 3. And this is probably going to be the final part, given the fact that we are pretty much almost halfway through Shippuden already, so yeah. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen the previous 2 parts or haven't looked on my community tab, be sure to go look at that. Stop this video, stop what you're doing, go watch part 1, then part 2, then look on my community tab, as I basically let you guys decide what is going to be going on in part 3 at the end of part 2. Anyways, let's get into part 3. Hope you guys have enjoyed the series so far, and yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so we start our story where we last left off, where I basically let you guys decide what was going to be happening. Either Pain would arrive, or Orochimaru would arrive, or both of them would arrive. And you guys essentially voted for the third option, both of them to arrive. So we'll say that firstly Orochimaru would arrive, encountering Naruto and Sasuke, who are just basically recovering from the forest, and Sasuke would already recap to Naruto what had happened during the Itachi fight. With this, Naruto and Sasuke are ready to fight, but then Orochimaru would also see the 6 paths of Pain arrive. Now with Pain here, I think Orochimaru would decide to work with Naruto and Sasuke and try and basically get them to get on his side, rather than all just fight each other, because the paths of Pain are powerful and even Orochimaru can't handle them. And Sasuke and Naruto would even say that they can handle Orochimaru and this guy as well, and Orochimaru would then say, yeah, probably with you two together, but not separately, clearly. That main path right there, he would then point towards the Diva path. He completely destroyed me when I fought him. And with that being said, they would all try and basically work together for this one time. After this encounter, they're basically gonna try and kill Orochimaru, but they would work together, and this would then lead into Sasuke activating his Curse Mark 2 state, and Orochimaru getting into his Hydra Snake form. His full power transformation, the form that he went into against Itachi. This form would allow Orochimaru to basically keep up with the paths of Pain and actually distract them. Long enough for Naruto and Sasuke to basically try and get an open shot on Pain, but they would then realize that the Rinnegan actually just negs them when he perceives them. And Orochimaru would forget to mention this, and this would then lead into Naruto and Sasuke trying to adapt, and Orochimaru summoning snakes to try and distract Pain and close his eye vision. Basically just getting in front of him to close his field of vision, and this would lead into Sasuke actually getting an actual good hit on Pain, but it would only be to the side and it wouldn't be anything fatal. However, it is some damage that Sasuke could be proud of. This would then lead into Pain saying not bad, and Naruto then coming from behind Pain and trying to hit him with a clothesline punch. But Pain would luckily dodge this in time and would then grab Naruto's fist and then slam him into the ground. He would then get a chakra rod, which he would then try and stab into Naruto, but Sasuke would then throw his sword to basically cut the chakra rod and basically cancel out his attack. Sasuke would then use a fireball jutsu, which Pain would easily manage to, get out of the way. However, he used this to basically get Pain away from Naruto so Sasuke could save him. At that point, Naruto manages to get up on his 2 feet thanks to Sasuke, and Sasuke and Naruto both wielding the power of the Curse Mark, both of them using their stage 2 power and combining it and basically working in unison to basically attack Pain, with one of them blocking Pain's vision and the other one striking, and obviously, multiple times they would be switching simultaneously, and this would even distract Pain due to them having really good teamwork. This is due to the fact that Sasuke and Naruto have been training together for so long, and they're essentially like brothers at this point. This would then lead into Pain using a almighty push and then a universal pull, but specifically for Naruto, where he would then stab a chakra rod through Naruto's throat where he would seemingly be killed. He's choking out, and this would then lead into Sasuke. Sasuke, seeing this, is completely shocked and he can't do anything about it. The best thing he can do is try and rush at Pain, and basically with Sasuke just getting fueled up by rage due to his best friend dying right in front of him, this would then lead into his eyes changing form and him awakening the Mangekyo Sharingan. He would then rush at Pain with his Curse Mark 2 state along with his MS, and when Pain tries to shoot a Shinra Tensei, Sasuke would be blown back, but he would be able to recover thanks to his wings, and his blinding rage had basically increased his power. And with this, Sasuke would then shoot out an Amaterasu, but right before that, he would get in front of Pain, basically blindsiding him, casting the Amaterasu as Pain shoots out another Shinra Tensei that would revert Sasuke into base form and basically make him down for the count. But that isn't to say that his Amaterasu would diminish, as Sasuke would use the last bit of chakra he has to use the Amaterasu and burn the Diva Path. Pain is having very heavy damage on himself, but luckily he would Shinra Tensei away the Amaterasu. At that point, we would then get Naruto basically being healed up by Kurama, and Pain is shocked because the chakra rods are supposed to neg, that from happening, but Kurama just has so much more chakra that the chakra rods basically can't absorb all of it, and this would then lead to Kurama healing Naruto's neck and him removing the chakra rod. At that point, Naruto would see Sasuke down for the count, and he would then be fueled up by rage, and he would then awaken the further stages of Kurama, going into his four-tailed state, combined with his curse mark stage 2, by the way, and then going into his five-tailed, and then even his six-tailed V2 state, the one with the bone that fought Pain in the original timeline. That being said, Orochimaru is just going to be watching this, fighting the other passive Pain, and he would probably just knock them all away and just try and basically escape, leading into this being a 6v1. But while Sasuke is down, we see Orochimaru retreat, but he would realize that Sasuke is, down. So maybe while the six passive Pain can fight Naruto, he can try and take Sasuke's body. And Naruto is currently dealing with the passive Pain, so he wouldn't be able to try and get Orochimaru. And with this, Orochimaru would try and sneak his way back into the battlefield and try and take away Sasuke's body. While this is happening, Naruto would then face off against the six passive Pain, ripping them apart. Especially when he gets into the further stages of Kurama and nearly awakening him, basically negging all the passive Pain that isn't the Diva Path, and he would then basically try and get a desperate attempt to get a W by using the Chibaku Tensei, which would then lead into Minato intervening. Minato would then reveal about what he had done, and Naruto would basically get pissed off because he would tell them how the Leaf Village basically destroyed him or tried to kill him, but Orochimaru saved him. Minato would then say how that isn't true and Orochimaru has been clearly lying to you because Hiruzen Sarutobi is a kind ass man and he would never do that to Minato because he did care about Minato and he would always look out for his best interest. With this being said, Minato had basically explained to Naruto everything, and with this indication, Naruto would basically think that maybe Sasuke wasn't lying about him being manipulated, and Orochimaru has been manipulating Naruto this entire time. When Naruto would come to this realization, he would break down, but Minato would basically try and say that it's not the time for this, and he needs to get his head back into the game. He understands that this is a lot to take in, but he needs to win this fight now, and he needs to hurry up before Orochimaru tries to do anything stupid. This would then lead into Naruto realizing that Sasuke is knocked out, and Orochimaru could be trying to take his body. At that point, Naruto says that he'll get his head back into the game, and Minato would then say, "Good luck, son." At that point, Naruto would then be released from the Chibaku Tensei, and it's now a 1v1 with a weakened Pain versus Naruto, who is going to be using his Curse Mark Stage 2 state, and basically all the chakra he has left to defeat Pain. He would basically use Shadow Clones and use the fact that Shinra Tensei basically is like a 5-second recoil after using it once, and he can't use it like multiple times. This gives Naruto the opportunity to basically attack Pain from behind whenever he's done using the Shinra Tensei, and then finish him off with, I don't know, maybe like a Wind Style Gale Palm or something with the Curse Mark. Regardless, he's just going to be killing the Diva Path by off-guarding him, and he would then be defeated. With that being said, we would then get Naruto quickly going to Sasuke's body, and at this point Orochimaru has already arrived and is getting ready to take his body. Naruto would then go back into his base form, realizing that he is pretty low on chakra. However, he would use a little bit of his chakra to basically make a Shadow Clone and propel that Shadow Clone off to Orochimaru, basically throwing the Shadow Clone to headbutt him in the face and stopping him. Orochimaru would then fall back, and Naruto would realize that Orochimaru is weakened as well due to him fighting all the passive Pain. And Orochimaru would then say that we both may be weakened, but Naruto still can't defeat him. This would then lead into Orochimaru throwing out his hand, which would then be wrapped around snakes, and he would then stretch it all the way towards Naruto. Naruto would dodge it, and this would then lead into him stepping on the hand, basically slamming Orochimaru into the ground, and he would tell Orochimaru that he knows the truth about what he did, and basically him lying to him this whole time, and him being basically this big-ass enemy for the Leaf, rather than the Leaf being the enemy. And Orochimaru would then laugh, and he would then say, "I figured you'd find out eventually. But yeah, you were nothing to me but a mere guard dog." With that being said, Naruto would then get enraged, and Kurama would also be fueling Naruto up at this point, him looking at the situation, he would realize that he should help out Naruto. So Kurama gives Naruto chakra, amping him into a two-tailed cloak, and with Naruto having all of this chakra and Orochimaru being pretty fatigued, he would then use his Curse Mark 2 to amp himself even further, and then slam Orochimaru into the ground. With that being said, Naruto would then decapitate Orochimaru and curse him for doing this to Naruto and basically ruining his whole life. Orochimaru as a head would basically try and get to Sasuke's body, but Naruto would touch Sasuke's body, basically giving him Kurama chakra, and Sasuke would awaken. Having all of this power and this chakra overflowing, he would then see Orochimaru's head and then just slap it away. With that being said, Naruto feels this power along with Sasuke, and both of them would basically just dig Orochimaru under a hole and hope that he never comes back. Essentially just heat on him. However, Orochimaru might eventually just recover and maybe get a new body, who knows, but for now Orochimaru isn't a threat. Now as for Obito, I honestly think after this Naruto and Sasuke can't really do anything besides maybe go back to the leaf, but at this point Naruto is a criminal, so I don't think that's going to be happening. And with that being said, I think they could just vibe out in the forest, I guess, or go to Orochimaru's hideout. But honestly, it doesn't really matter, since with this, Obito is going to take Nagato's Rinnegan, basically become the strongest in the series at this point, and declare the 4th Great Ninja War. Naruto and Sasuke would be in the middle of the war, and Obito would basically send out the Akatsuki to try and kill Sasuke and Naruto, and if that doesn't work, Obito would personally kill him. And with that being said, this is pretty much GG for Obito, because Killer Bee would probably get negged by Kisame rather than Taka, and Kakazu and Hidan and all of them, they would probably die against Naruto and Sasuke, but I do believe Obito would just finish them off. Regardless, Obito is going to be catching the W here, and with that being said, yeah, it's pretty much a bad ending, because Naruto and Sasuke are just not that strong. Like, they're not strong enough to basically keep up. Naruto wouldn't get Sage Mode or KCM, and the best thing he has is Curse Mark Stage 2, but it's not going to be enough for Obito's Kamui and Rinnegan. And Sasuke is at this point only at his MS stage with his Curse Mark, but it's not going to be enough. Especially with the 10 Tails then coming, and then Obito would just basically stop the whole verse. And yeah, guys, there wouldn't be a reanimated army, but 10 Tails Obito just soloing everyone. And that's pretty much the end for part 3 of What If Orochimaru Adopted Naruto. Yep, there's not going to be Boruto because Boruto doesn't exist. Yeah, guys, with that being said, this is a bad ending, which is kind of surprising. Actually, not really, because, you know, Naruto is completely different. But anyways, guys, what did you guys think of this part? Did you guys like it? Let me know down below. Share with your friends. Comment down below what other what else I should do. Subscribe if you are new. Hit the notification bell. That way you are notified and updated every time I upload, because you guys might not get notified unless you hit the bell. So hit the bell. Also, subscribe if you're watching my videos. And follow my Twitter. Join the Discord. That being said, peace out, guys. Hope you guys have a nice day.